Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're hailing from. Welcome to another edition of OpenShift Container Storage Office Hours. Today, we are talking with Michelle DiPalma about auto-scaling multi-cloud gateway. That sounds super fun. I
It
like
is.
auto-scaling stuff.
Okay, so I have an idea.
Okay,
It's just an idea because I haven't run through this already. So I'm going to propose that something, and you can tell me if you think it's absolutely horrible and if you don't want to do it.
sure. All right.
All right. So starting with, obviously, we have the latest and greatest OCP cluster going, which I assume you've got yours up already.
Yeah, my cluster's here somewhere, yeah.
Okay. So OCS, latest and greatest installed, which we
Mm,
can do. Again, that's fast. Very generic install. We're not doing anything special with the install. So hit the operator.
okay,
We'll just go through that. And then someone from the MCG Nuba team, because I was like, oh my God, I got to do office hours. What should we do? So he suggested, why don't you do Quay? And you see me pausing because up in Canada, we call it key. But let's
right,
install the Quay registry.
yeah.
It will use Nuba. It will use the MCG endpoint.
Oh, wow,
And
okay.
then, so what we can do, and we can verify that, we can show how you can just go see it using creating buckets and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But if we scale down the horizontal pod autoscaler to something really stupidly low,
Like
and
one.
then if you can help create a deployment that like spins up 1,000 pods or something ridiculous with an always pull on the image, we should be able to see the scaler in action.
Okay. Just
What
to
do
let
you
everybody
think?
just to let everybody know, I'm having like the worst technical difficulty morning in quite some time. So this will be fun. For the
We
record.
don't have to do it, but I
No,
thought
no,
it would
no,
be
no.
fun.
Like I like
Let's
the
do it.
idea.
Like,
I like the
okay,
idea. I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off. So show
okay.
folks probably will need your help today. So yeah. This
And,
isn't
and
office hours though. So feel free to
it
ask any
is.
questions related to storage.
And
Um
to be honest with you, my weakness here would be the registry part, like the
okay.
details on like do you want to do let's encrypt and upload our own certificates? Would you do it in secure? There's some things there I'm like, oh, what is the easiest path with like so
Huh.
that how do we spin that up quickly?
Okay, that's
But
an
if
operator. So
right,
you
but
want me to
then
share
when to when you go, can you share your screen? Like when you go to
sure.
push and pull from your new private registry, you have to tell OpenShift about it. I think you have to, if you're going to do it in secure, you have to modify one of the cluster objects. So to me, that's the unknown. I'm like, there's some shenanigans around that.
Shenanigans. Okay, hang on.
Shenanigans. But if you just spin it up, you can see it using the new endpoint. You can see it. Yeah.
Okay, so you see
All
my
right.
screen.
I
You
see
see
your
that
screen.
I'm on 4.6.15. I don't think that'll make as big a difference.
Okay.
What update is
That should,
available? Yeah, 4.6.16. Shouldn't make that big of
okay.
a
You're
deal.
good. Okay, cool.
Let's see. All right, so operator hub. Here we go. And folks, if you have any questions or can't see anything or have any issues with what is on screen, let us know. I can
Yes,
maximize sizes and
absolutely.
fix things. So how would I install the operator registry? I would
Storage. Wait, do you
use,
have OCS installed yet?
no, I have a rotational
OCS
disk
first, please.
problem.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we're going to have to jump through a lot of hoops to get this working. I hope you know that. So let's
Sorry.
see, OCS.
Yep.
Actually, first I need the local storage one because I have local storage and it registers as
Ah,
rotational storage, no less, which super sucks, which means I have to go in and patch it. We've done this on a show before, but it's been so long. I'm not
okay.
sure
Good
if
to
I'll
know.
remember how to do it. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, this is like a fresh cluster. I had to blow this
Okay.
away a couple weeks ago and rebuild it, and it's kind of just been sitting here waiting to be abused. So yeah,
Here we are using it. Okay.
hmm
So,
yeah, giving me more reasons to do stuff with it. Yeah, I like that. So
so do you use Let's Encrypt?
I do. I am
Okay.
actually. I have a Let's Encrypt hoodie hanging up in that closet over there.
Yeah,
I could go
you've
get
good
if you
swag.
wanted to. Yeah,
I have to say, yeah.
thank you. Um, well, today I'm just wearing my Nike Detroit shirt because Detroit. I haven't been there like an actual downtown hub to feel the energy of the city in a long time. So yeah,
Aw.
I'm kind of missing it. I don't recall this storage operator taking so long, but we'll see. So what? Okay, so I have the problem of rotational disks, right?
Okay.
So this local storage registry is going to pick up my SSDs, because this is 7 nodes running on one machine. Okay, so 7 VMs
Okay.
running on one machine. It picks up the
Okay.
SSDs as rotational, but maybe with this is a very new version of the operator, so maybe it fixes
Let's
that.
see.
Let's see. I mean, it just came out. If I'm reading this correctly, the 30th of January. So
Yeah, that's right. Dun dun dun.
it's doing stuff, folks. You can see it here. Let's
Right.
pop open that tab real quick and see what's going on in here. See, it's installing. Oh, it just finished. Perfect. Okay.
Cool.
So local volume discovery. I don't know if I need to create a discovery here. Local volume set. What do I need to do with the local volume? Anything right now? I don't think so, right?
I don't. Oh God. So first off, I haven't had my first cup. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so
it's
either.
been a while.
Yeah.
And it's early. So we'll try it without and see what happens. I can't remember having to do anything, but that was. Okay. Let's see.
All right, so this is 4.6.2, so this has got some updates. We definitely want to enable the operator recommended cluster monitoring on this namespace. I'm running 4.6, so stable 4.6. Yep, all this looks good.
Okay.
So this checkbox, folks, when you are installing OCS, I highly recommend you check this checkbox, because if you don't, you won't have good metrics observability on your storage, and that's like
it should be selected by default. I'll mention it some.
Good point. That is a very good point.
You should have to opt out of that.
Yeah, actually, I should mention that on Ali's show later today. That, hey, by the way, I know it's the operator writers that would have to correct it, but it's one of those things where it's like, if we recommend it, it should be checked.
Yes. All right. A few minutes. Okay.
So we can see what's going on with this one here.
So you said 7 nodes on one bare metal, on 7 VMs on one. Okay.
7 VMs. 3 of them are sized for OCS, and install ready. Okay, installing.
All right,
Yay.
it's doing its thing.
Yeah, so I got 3 control nodes, just whatever size, 3 nodes sized specifically for OCS, and then an extra worker node just cause.
Okay.
So
OCS just so you know, it's still installed. Okay, so just so you know, I was thinking of autoscaling because when I was on for the first time before, someone brought up performance, and I thought from the customer point of view, what you need to be concerned with is does it scale, right? Like can we manage any upbursts and of activity? So I just thought it'd be very meaningful to show autoscaling and what knobs you can turn to make that something for your environment. That's all. So, but I hope to have some more information about like sizing and stuff like that. There's some articles coming out, but they're not out yet, so I can't discuss them. And to be fair, I haven't read them yet, so I can show you.
There you go. All right, so OCS appears to be installed.
Okay. Storage cluster, please.
Yes.
Kick it off. Yep.
All right.
All the defaults are just leave, unless you want to go smaller, or whatever. I usually do 2 because I'm lazy and don't want to. Oh.
Let's just do half, and then we can scale up if we need to. Does that work? Okay, so I'll put it on these nodes, because as you see, these are the nodes with 8 CPUs. And it says minimal cluster will be deployed. The selected nodes do not match OCS storage cluster requirements of an aggregated 30 CPUs and 72 gigs of RAM. I don't know how that's possible, because they all have 64 gigs of RAM. Okay. It's
just so no, you're okay, because you're just slightly like it's like 61. Like it's just I think you should proceed.
Okay.
It's very
this is a tech preview warning. So, that's weird. Anyways, all right. So I do have to do internal attached devices though, don't I?
They are, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Wow, you're doing all kinds of stuff I don't do in AWS.
Well, I'm not in AWS, right? Like that's why.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, this is gonna work. Let's try.
So let's see. Let's select our nodes here.
Yes. Okay.
3,
what were they?
4, 5.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we gonna call this volume set? Just LV000. How about that?
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Let's just do that.
Very good.
Just type. I'm selecting those. Advanced. Anything special here? Block, minimum, no.
No.
The OCS cluster requires a minimum of 3 nodes for the initial deployment. Only one node matches selected filters.
Really?
That's weird. Only 2 nodes match. Okay, now it's all 3. Cool.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, I guess it was like checking them out. Okay.
It was checking it out in the background. That's cool. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Good for APIs. I
Right.
like APIs working. That's awesome. So now, as you see, we switched from that internal screen on the, this toggle on the left that you would normally use, right? Or external if you're, using some kind of S3 bucket of some sort.
If you're all sophisticated, yeah.
So since I'm super sophisticated and this cluster is in my basement sitting on top of a refrigerator, yes, I'm very, very technical here. It's all attached devices. And if you've watched this show previously, you would have noticed that we have done this before and have had issues, but now it works. So let's see. Next.
Okay, so
all right.
as long as we're not doing anything that would make Chris Blum cringe.
I don't know. He's in chat, so we'll see. A bucket will be provided. I guess I select this one.
Okay. What's it? Wait.
What's it complaining about? That's weird.
You need to wait.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, it does say create new volume set instance. Didn't you just ask me? We were looking at that.
Yeah, it just did that. Didn't it not just do that? Okay, let's try this again.
Right. Okay. I thought maybe we skipped it. Okay.
No, yeah, see? Weird.
Okay, so go ahead. What about create new volume set instance? Does that look familiar to you? Have you done that? See it? The lower in the warning, in the pink warning, red warning.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
We did?
I thought we did this.
We thought we did this. Okay.
We did do this.
Are we being impatient?
I don't know.
I'm known for that. Okay. What was under advanced?
Nothing. Okay. It should just say, you know what? Let's just select all. Nope, that didn't do it.
Wait. Do you have to set a max size? Your max size is empty, just so you know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's just set 2 or something. I don't know.
Okay, and it's got no name up at the top.
Oh,
Maybe
duh. That'll do it.
Yeah.
But I thought we did this. How is there not?
Well, it's because we haven't had enough coffee. What were you gonna?
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Logical volume set 000. Could have sworn we just did this. All right, now the next button's good. All right, off we go.
Okay.
You won't be able to go back after this step.
Oh, so
I thought you told me that
okay.
last time.
Yeah.
Okay, now here we are. See, no, look, we did
So
do something before.
Okay. So we just
and
okay.
Now
it's asking us to do it. What?
Create a new volume set instance, and now I'm getting Slack messages. This is good. I hope they are from our friend Mr. Bloom. They are.
Yeah, we're doing something wrong. He's like, morons, don't do it that way. Let me make your screen.
Okay, hang on.
So I can see. This is his area of expertise.
Okay, so he told me to open this and do this.
Okay.
So he says, there you'll find a YAML that will use local disk directly without the need of LSO. Just change the path and the capacity. Where do I run this, Mr. Bloom? Oh, I just run against a cluster, I guess. That's weird. Okay. So make sure I am, let's see, status. Got the right cluster here. Yes. Okay, cool. So I will need a notepad of some sort real quick.
Okay.
Pull that up over here, edit this file.
And it is doing work in the background. You see how your nodes are increasing? It's checking them out, I think. So.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see them? It started with one. It's now got the others.
Okay.
But anyway, we should do what Chris says. But just
yeah, but he says to do this.
Okay.
To bypass the local storage operator, which we already have installed. But
okay.
Chris, which one is better?
For your particular setup. Notice to users, we
Mhm.
don't normally run things this way.
No, like that's the problem. But
Yeah,
let's just hit create
but
and
that's
see
okay.
what happens.
Okay.
All right. Apparently there's stuff.
Okay.
Things are changing
It's
here,
doing
folks.
its thing. Okay,
Yeah.
now we need to be really patient. So. Or
Yeah,
we can
'cause-
do if you want to, you can do like OC get pods on the OpenShift storage namespace if you just want to watch stuff happening, but it should complete.
All right.
Okay.
Just waiting for that. Progressing true. Available false.
It takes a little bit. It's not
It
as
does.
zippy as
And
yeah.
what do you want to watch? I'm sorry. What did you say you want to
Well,
watch?
so do you want to go to command line and or you can go to pods, workloads, pods, like either way, just to
Yeah,
to
just
watch
so I
it
don't
in
like
action. Yeah, it looks nicer.
change
Here,
screen. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, and that's all of these have to do their thing, and hopefully no one's impending. Everyone will be completed or running or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just setting itself up. So we're not, other than that part, we're not going to do anything special from the OCS side for Quay. When's the last time you installed a registry? Have you done it recently?
I have not done it recently. It's been a while.
Okay.
We did it. I can't remember. Was it the last week or the week this week? All the weeks blur together nowadays.
So sad.
I think it was last week on the channel we built out a Quay. No, yesterday. I don't even remember. We did stuff with Quay yesterday on the Level Up Hour, I think. So,
oh, cool.
But
Okay.
it was with Quay the service, not Quay the local registry.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're gonna install it, and then by default it's gonna use the Nuba endpoint for its object storage. It does more than that. Like I think the Postgres or whatever database it's using doesn't use that. It's like the registry part uses the Nuba endpoint, but you'll see what we've got going on here. So
yeah,
okay.
The snippet that Chris Blum sent said, he said, use that if local storage operator wasn't working. It appears to be working fine, so we're doing great.
So we're gonna run with it.
He also noted the cluster is considered a compact because your nodes only have 8 CPU units. Okay, that is interesting facts. I would not think 8 CPUs would be compact in any way, shape, or form, but okay, fair enough. We all have our different definitions of compact.
Well, we're storage people. We expect
people,
more.
all the things. Right. No, I get it.
Exactly. We do actually expect more.
I mean, this is why people build literal storage arrays, right? Like it is a unique thing. And we're doing it with commodity off the shelf consumer SSDs here, so yeah, regular Intel CPUs and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, for testing around, compact is fine, right? Like it's for what we're doing, it's okay. It's just not what you want anywhere near production or something. You don't want to undersize it. So.
No, you don't want to undersize your storage. This is literally just, this cluster is designed for this purpose to use on the show, and then I can rebuild it whenever I want.
So that's like always a strange conversation on the OCS side when you talk to a potential customer and you're saying, well, you need so much. It always sounds like so much. I'm like, but you're kind of doing this anyway, off with other kinds of storage too. You're never going, what's the minimum amount that I could get away with to support these bazillion-dollar devices I just bought?
Right.
Like, no, you need to do it.
You always think overcapacity when provisioning storage.
Right. So I find it funny that when for some reason in this context it seems odd, but I'm like, actually it's kind of in line with.
It's not odd, right? It's odd, but it's not odd. It's odd because we're used to 8 CPUs on a laptop is really good. That's why it's odd, right? Right. Because we've all been in this world of what hardware can I get my hands on? Not much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, they're still coming up. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So have you ever looked at any of the horizontal pod scaling stuff?
A little bit, not much. I'm going through chat right now. Let's see.
Okay, cool.
So Manakatan wants a tiny demo lab environment, but OCS needs very huge multi-node setup, like we have mentioned.
Yes.
Can we have an all-in-one OCS cluster just for experimenting? We cannot test OCS on CRC, obviously. Is there a recommended alternative? I mean, this is kind of it, right? Like spinning up multiple VMs in your VM environment and using
Yeah.
some kind of storage that's already
Collapsing.
available. Yeah.
Right.
Manakatan, if you're already an OpenShift customer, we can help you with that. So I would strongly encourage you to reach out to your Red Hat account manager if you have one. If not, please feel free to email me and I'll get your questions to the right answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
JP Date
So that
says,
question is really how small can you go? Sorry. So
right,
is that
basically,
okay?
yeah.
Okay. Just how small can you
small
go?
can you make this? And I think
Okay.
this cluster is
Writing
about
things.
it, right? Like 3 control plane nodes, 3 OCS sized minimally nodes, and then an extra worker node. So like that extra worker node is if we want to spin up a VM or
All right.
something
So I
crazy,
mean,
right?
maybe we can find out some unsupported stuff if they're willing to, right? Like there's like the official line that we've tested and written about, and then there's like, oh, you could try getting away with some other things. So we can.
Yeah,
we
this
can
is definitely
check
the
on
try
that.
to get
Yeah.
away with it concept
Yeah.
right here,
Okay.
right? Like
Okay.
what we're doing. And then playing off Manakatan's post, is there another OpenShift live show that is OpenShift for Dummies? And the door prize is a cookbook for starting yourself in the smallest possible cluster.
It's an interesting
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. I mean, so there are a bunch of ebooks. There are a bunch of learning resources, which I'm dropping links in chat to right now. But John, specifically, is there an OpenShift for Dummies kind of show? I would say not to insult Andrew in any way, shape, or form, but Andrew Sullivan's OpenShift administrator office hours, if you're working on the OpenShift admin side, right? Like if your world is in this administrator view, which we're in right now, I would highly recommend joining Andrew's show. It's Wednesdays at 11. I'll drop a link in the calendar. Or drop a link for the calendar, sorry. And then if you want to get at it from the dev side, on Tuesdays, 11 o'clock, there's the developer experience office hours. So if you live in the dev console, that's for you. That show on Tuesdays at 11. If you live in the admin console, the show on Wednesdays at 11. And then there's also the level up hour, which is like taking you from I'm a Linux sysadmin to I'm in OpenShift admin, right? So that whole thing is a program, and the show is part of the program to help you level up your skill sets to get you to the point where you're administering your own OpenShift clusters, just like you're administering your own rail boxes right now. And John says, I'll take the admin side. Thanks. So yeah, that's Wednesdays at 11. I think every other Wednesday at 11.
I didn't know about that.
I forget. It's okay. That's why the calendar link is there, folks.
All right.
It'll keep me straight. So I think, are we?
Oh, not quite.
Oh, not yet.
Wait for
okay,
the new
waiting
piece.
on that one.
Almost done.
So the way this works, right? Like, let me get this straight. Ceph, Rook, Nuba. That's how things get installed, right? The kind of
Rook, Ceph,
Ceph. Okay.
and Nuba. I mean, so the like Rook and Nuba, I think actually attack things at the same time, but
okay,
they're separate. So yeah.
So Ceph ground layer.
Rook is the operator for Ceph. Rook is the upstream
operator
name for Ceph. Okay.
Got it.
And Nuba is the operator for all the multi-cloud gateway stuff. So leave it that way. So are we good? Running?
Not yet.
Everybody?
I mean, this says one running, completed, running. It looks good.
As soon as those are like they're marked as up.
What is the deal here? It says,
so the OCF operator. I'm trying to see. I'm going blind here.
It's doing stuff.
It won't be marked as done, complete, running. Sorry, until everybody's happy, right? So OCS, right? So you're saying so OCS is up here, and then Rook and Ceph, and then Nuba and all the MCG stuff.
Okay, so back up here. It's coming though.
It does take a while, so hopefully everything's running okay. Otherwise, we'll go investigate. And our special
no problem.
here.
Manikatan, we appreciate you watching, and if you have any other questions, feel free to let us know. Let's see. Remember, for OCS, your statements are correct, but for minimal OCP, there is the right. Correct, Lloyd. CRC exists if you want to run minimal OCP, which is OpenShift Container Platform. To run minimal OCS, you actually need more resources, right?
Are we good? Is the operator done? Something? No, there was what? Wait, there was something else that wasn't quite. That wasn't one of one, unless it was completing. No, it was sorry. My the Nuba endpoint is not yet done, so it's not marked as. Like,
It says it's running.
oh, sorry. Okay. So the refresh looked good after your refresh.
Okay, it does look good.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
To see
No, everything's marked as the OCS operators. Everybody's happy.
Okay, cool.
I think.
All right.
Let me know in chat if you can see this better than I can, but it looks good to me.
So let's look at the OCS operator real quick. It does look good to me.
It looks
as
good.
Well.
Okay.
Events, just to make sure. Readiness probe failed. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't necessarily know, but it appears to be running. Yeah, it says status running, so I'm going to take that as a good thing.
Yeah. You can always go look at the dashboards up
top. Says initialized, ready,
initialized, ready, yeah. Ready. Okay.
Oh yeah, good point. We can look at the dashboards. Duh.
Okay, in home. You can. I mean, that's always like the quick way to.
Is it under storage or is it in the operator?
It is, but so I like the ones up at the top, just as a quick check, all the way at home.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As a place to be like begin.
So you want to go to the overview page?
Yeah. So you so you can look at persistent. Yeah, like everybody should be happy. Those two other tabs come straight from OCS, persistent storage and object storage, up above next to cluster.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they should go click on something, make sure it's okay and happy. It should be. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, and let's just look. Can you click on object service just because?
Sure. Absolutely. Object service data.
Everybody's happy.
So like nothing going on yet. Ta-da! That's you. That's your thing.
Apparently. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the registry.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's get this going.
Now let's get it. Yeah.
Key. I'll say it the right way just for you.
Thank you. Now I'm all confused in my head. I'm like, what is it?
It's okay. No. That's the idea of the show. I confuse you, and then you set me straight.
All right.
All right. So that's the Quay registry. Yeah, we'll take the latest version.
Sure. Automatic. It's gonna install in all namespaces. Okay. As opposed to just. Yeah.
I guess I want that.
I don't know if it matters for our purposes. Like, we're going to do everything inside the OpenShift storage namespace anyway. Like, okay. Like later on when we do a pod that deploys a billion, as long, yeah, I don't know if it matters. So let's try it.
Why not? Push comes to shove. I use the assisted installer for OCP and I build a new cluster. I'm getting very good at building new clusters from this box.
Okay, so from what I remember, when we go in and do this, really taking all the defaults, it should use Nuba for object storage for the part that needs. We don't actually change anything from what I remember.
Do we need an active subscription for installing the Quay operator? To my knowledge, yes.
Do you have?
Oh. But if you're using it in like CRC, you technically have a subscription, if that makes sense, right?
Okay. I don't know. I haven't run into that issue.
Yeah, Manikatana, I'm wondering where you're running it from. But yes, you would need a subscription to OpenShift to run it in production, for example. Does the Quay registry replace the OpenShift image registry? It doesn't replace anything. It adds to, right? So the internal image registry doesn't change. This is a service that you can expose for others to use, right?
Right. Like, so from an admin point of view, that's really nice.
Like, right. You can split the two layers.
Your precious